Taurus, hi, what a beautiful progression I have here already for you. Welcome to August 2020. Welcome to this very powerful month. It's a month where we will reestablish a sense of self-confidence and a sense of stability. And for you, that's all the more present here in the messages. So if you have been worrying about money, Taurus, there is going to be solace around the 24th when the sun is going to go into Virgo. Things are already going to start to clear up. If you have been looking at possessions that were lost, maybe even as far as losing a house or having to move to a smaller house, looking at moving, really not knowing where you're going, there can have been some confusion when it comes to, okay, what are my resources? And where I'm going to get my money in the upcoming years, and deep changes as well for you there. So I'm here with your general reading. This will not resonate for everyone. You do have a moon sign, you also have a rising sign and a Venus sign that you can check out in the playlist. Yes, Taurus, welcome. So I see you coming into July, generally making a big transition. This is going to be a month where you're going to decide, this is in my boat and this is not in my boat. Who is in your boat and who is not in your boat? And there are some losses there, because when we make a big transit towards a new personality, and for the next 6 months, I really see you dealing with unresolved personality. I won't even use the word bullshit, but that's so related to the Taurus and the bull, but actually like people who are reflections of old selves of you that actually are not at all the situation at hand. Remember, continue your presence. What is actually happening? What does the world need? Align your transit with that Taurus, because I see you moving forward with, at the same time, a new philosophy, like giving birth to a whole new way of thinking, a whole new way of doing your life, but still having a tradition that is based on your pure essence when you are alone, and you only need that very tiny, I'm seeing you sitting somewhere like by the water, you just need a very small part of you to ground your integrity. So to ground your integrity for yourself, so you don't lose complete sense of your own identity, because there's going to be a willingness to just like merge with source. I'm seeing you getting very spiritual over the next 6 months, and that's such a funny thing to say, like getting spiritual. We are spiritual beings, we just hide it really well from ourselves, and so are you. And maybe you have not been hiding from yourself, maybe you have been hiding from yourself, but already since, let's say 2018, you have met a spiritual teacher, or if you've gotten in contact with a sense of philosophy that might have been something for you, might not have been something for you, but you've been working with that, and you've been deepening that, and you have been spiritualizing your existence. Some of it you'll see now is not functioning for you, and some of it is functioning for you, and you will feel what is right. And that's that layer I was talking about, that foundation that you need, that true essence of you, because from there the sky will open towards the end of the month, the third half of the month. There I'm seeing an opening for you towards new riches, new incomes, new ways of dealing with money that are a lot closer to your sensual nature, to who you really are, that are more related. I'm not saying that every Taurus is going to open a restaurant, but more closely related to the senses, to nature. There's a spiritualization of nature that is not a spiritualization because it was always there. Like the plants, they are angels, they have such wisdom, they respect the tides, they are not looking to move all around, all over the place all the time. So there is this kind of sense of giving, generosity and groundedness and respect of the tides and the seasons that we can learn from them. And you have been trying to incorporate that within your life. And I'm seeing that you're going to see results at the end of the month. I'm seeing you having an unexpected source of income, something that you did not expect was going to come up. But what is important is that you pack your boat. Like, who's in your boat, who's not in your boat, that's super important. Because you are wanting the palace. You are wanting to... You want a sense of security, and security is on your mind, and it has been on your mind for the last 4 months in a very primary way, in a kind of money kind of way. I'm gonna say it as it is, like food on the table, that kind of stuff. So you've been sitting with that, and you've been going through a series of gains and losses, and a lot of it worked out on the mental field, and that is now, it's as if you're getting a break. You're getting a second chance here in August. That's what I'm feeling. You're getting a second chance. So situations where you maybe did not react or act, because reaction, never really what needs to happen. Action. What is your action? What is aligned with who you are? So situations that were not representing, where you did not represent yourself in your essence. I'm sorry, I'm a bit struggling with words, but it's getting there. Are being left behind, and it's safe to leave them behind. It's safe to move forward, Taurus. This is the message that I have for you. It's safe to move forward, and it's safe to make the transition. This process of you going into your subconscious and actually psychologically discerning what patterns you have been sustaining that are not bringing you towards a more easy life, a more centered life, a more simple life eventually. Simple life where your basic security is sorted out. All these things are going to come to surface, and you're going to be driven and strong when it comes to that. It's like, okay, maybe there's going to be, I'm seeing also stuff from past lives coming up, in a sense that you will be aware that this is not the you that you are living right now. So always take it back to the present moment. Look at your life situation, what is actually happening. Are you living in poverty? No. Are you? It's like your mindset is going to be so important here, and you want to dress your mind well. You want to dress it purely with simple things. Take it back to the essence. Take it back to the essence. I'm also seeing like installing a water, like something water, like getting a ritual with the water. You could have some conscious water drinking, or be present with the water. Go meditate next to the water. That's going to be very good for you, because it shows how life is always flowing and how there's always more. It's an abundance. And for you to come into that abundance state of mind and to make that big transition, because it's not an easy one for you, Taurus. It's definitely not an easy one. There's a lot of things you have to be willing to lose and let go. Let me get into love first. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Love first. And 2 cards came out. So I guess that's the love. And they are so not for you. They are literally from a reading that I did just before. And I did shuffle a lot, but sometimes it wants to come back. It's about sorting out your emotions, but I do feel that you've been working with that in July. Yeah. Okay, so this is very clear here. What we have is you moving forward, Taurus, having a much stronger sense of, you are getting a lot better in accepting the dreadful things of life, or the things that you considered before very dreadful, like dying, like mortality, all these kind of things, loss, like unpopular emotions. You weren't really a fan of it. You like to feel good. You're a feel-good sign. So you've had a reality check, and you have been looking at things, and actually I see you coming into August here a lot stronger, as if because this person is sitting here with this black cat, and like black cat, that's like, it's as if you're dropping your suspicious nature. If you were suspicious and looking in too much into the signs, because synchronicity, beautiful state of mind, not always serving you if you lose yourself in the signs. So I'm seeing you centered, knowing how to move forward and having incorporated the losses here. Because you have, and this is such an interesting image together, right? Here the person makes the passage. And here the person is not yet in the boat. He's just looking at the fallen cup. So I see that there was kind of a lot of loss that you had to deal with. And sometimes this is represented as well because there's a focus in the home, right? We're all focusing on the home, but you're focusing a lot this month on career, like how I'm gonna make money, what I'm gonna do in the world, and also like what is that gonna mean? You know, how can I make it meaningful? Because that's what we're all striving for here. So in a sense, you're getting in the boat. You're no longer looking at what has fallen. You're ready to move and to make that be a part of what you're gonna do. This fact that you have, it's as if you have matured, Taurus, as if you have stepped into a persona, which is also you, where people actually come to you or can come to you to talk about a loss. And maybe that's something that you want to do something with. I do see a lot of ropes here. So I feel it's a very spiritual month, and it's you stepping into, or you actually admitting to your own very spiritual nature. That's what I'm seeing here. Because then when you do that, there's a lot of things still, of course, like in the subconscious, it's 95% of our mind here. So there's a lot of stuff that is still gonna come up and I'm seeing it happening over the next months when it comes to love. It's not that you are now gonna meet, like if you are single and you are into meeting people, the people you're gonna meet, they are going to have a freshness about them, and also freshness in what they are gonna bring up in you. And you're gonna have some surprises around that. And I think some of them will be pleasant and some of them will be less pleasant, but they will all be very instrumental. I do see that in August, there is somebody new coming in, and this is a person who's younger than you and who has this, and it's gonna do you good because it's as if there's been a lot of mourning. Maybe some of you went through a literal loss here coming into August. Maybe it's a pet, maybe it's someone of your family, maybe it's beloved. This is a general reading, as I say, but there is some kind of fresh infusion of love, as if the universe sent you an angel, somebody which is going to be a romantic interest that is going to give you a bit of solace, a bit of distraction, a bit of like good old-fashioned youthful love here I'm seeing for you. At the same time, there's an advice to not blindly fall into that, to not give yourself away completely, because there's a focus that is asked for you has to do with your work, with everything that is manifesting there and that you want to attract there and that you want to realize. And there's going to be a lot of communication, and there's certain communications that you're going to have to deal with. Don't let it be the first thing you do in the morning, but don't close a computer and not deal with it for a week. That's not okay, because that's something that you have to leave behind you. You have to deal with what is coming to you. There are a lot of messages that will be helpful, and a lot of people who want to come in contact to you, and you have to have some discernment. But at the same time, for you, you're exploring options, and there might be an inspiration that comes around the 9th, 10th of August that comes to the digital world, that comes to your inbox, your phone, and that you didn't know was there, and it's an offer, and it's good, it's love, it feels good. So yeah, I'm seeing that keep it open. Keep it open. Focus but open. Oh, wonderful. So we have a healing here that takes place in love. So when this card comes up, I'm seeing that this person that comes in, for those who are single, this new person, that this is This is somebody who's gonna warm your heart. It's good news. This person's gonna warm your heart. This person's gonna have a healing power, gonna make you feel joyful. It's gonna make you, he or she's gonna make you feel understood. It's gonna nourish the inner child in you, take care of you. It's really good, and it's gonna be good for you to have that sense of security, that love is here for you. And I see you at the end of the month feeling a lot more secure when it comes to every aspect of your life. You're gonna come back into this state of like, okay, abundance, gratitude is the same state. You're gonna remember. You're gonna remember grace. It's gonna be different than before, but you're gonna remember it. You're gonna remember gratitude. You're gonna remember where you came from, in a sense, where you came from, and like these moments of flow where you have been in a state of abundance and everything was just manifesting for you. It's like this person, this that comes into your life is going to remind you of that and bring you a lot of healing there. And that is going to also connect you to that space where you don't worry about material possessions. Material possessions, they are material possessions, and they come and go. And but I'm getting also, don't block your heart. Don't block your heart. Do some exercises, work on your posture, just put both feet on the ground, standing up tall. And I'm seeing also you kind of near the end of the month being able to hold, like, okay, we're not hugging right now, but to stand in front of someone, and everyone actually, because someone is everyone, with the arms open. Whereas before it was like, you felt like you were tied, you were mourning something, or there was a lot of loss around you, but that is all going to clear out, Taurus. I'm so happy for you. So, okay, this person. This could be a Leo, this could be a Pisces, this could be a Cancer as well. I'm not seeing so much Scorpio, but I actually am. Like, water sign, water is very present here. It could be a Leo as well, like somebody who has, physically, it's going to be somebody who, a youthful face, smiley, a lot of heart on the face, let's say, but also somebody who has this kind of grace, this ease about life, the ease that you were losing a bit these last months. It's like an acceptation of, and your maturity is going to beautifully stabilize this encounter and this this new thing that comes into your life. For some of you, if you're still listening and you are in a couple, which would surprise me by now, but sometimes it goes like that. This might be about getting pregnant or wanting a child and discussing it with your partner and having an initial no, we're not looking at things the way we're mentalizing, looking at, it's difficult, it's a challenging time, but then eventually going for it and keeping the tradition of being human alive. All right. So now we're going to look into work. Everything is always related, of course. It's all about your calm, Taurus. It's all about your calm, your clear vision, and how you are going to stand in that. Because, as I said, like, the beginning of your reading was very much about your career and your work and what you're going to do in the world, in a sense that money it's represented here. We have the fish, we have we have the food, we have like just material stuff that's very present here. But you come into August with a willingness to strengthen yourself and to stand in your center, and there's a lot of good here for you. there's somebody who, I'm also seeing that there is a woman in your life, an older woman, that you are going to take some advice from, and that you're going to consult. This might be a therapist, but it's gonna be about your inner calm and how to stabilize your personality, in a sense that you don't want to have the turmoil going on as you go through August, because there's going to be some movement. And as I said, there's going to be a lot of messages coming through you, and you don't want to shut yourself off from them, because they are good news. They're going in your direction and in the same direction, and they have for a basis this spiritual essence you have discovered within yourself, or that has come to inhabit you more and more, in all beauty and all agony of that. Because dark night of the soul, when we come to this felt understanding of being soul, and having traveled so far in such a long time and through so many people, that we have inhabited ourselves, that we have created ourselves, and that we have loved and let go of. This comes with a sense of, wow, it comes with a sense of bleeding. And I see that you have been bleeding, but coming into August, this bleeding, it's over. There's abundance here. It's like there's a portal, an opening from August. A base is formed for the next 5 months, and you're gonna see, like in December, end of December, January, February, after the Great Conjunction, this is going to materialize for you. So yes, patience, and you're still building yourself, Taurus, and that's okay. Being okay with that. It doesn't matter what age we are, we always are to begin anew. That's life, that's the cycles. And you are seeing that here. I see you working with, or getting a message from a woman who's older, who's wise, like a mystic, which is going to bring you into this new source of money, or into an income. So there is, at the end of the month, when it comes to your career, there's something new that is beginning. Something new that is beginning 23rd, 24th, 25th. And this is related to an insight or a message that you're going to receive probably mid-month, but it might be as early as the full moon in Aquarius, because that's happening in your 10th house, which is about work. It's about your role, like your authority, your legacy, what you're going to leave. What you're going to leave the next generation. So you walk away from something, the purge is still continuing. I see that. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is, it's a Taurus card for me, which is very much you being rooted in yourself and knowing where you're going. And I see you going somewhere nice, and I see you going somewhere. I see a wish fulfillment as well at the end of the month. I see a wish fulfillment. I see the sun shining. I see you having a vision of how to create that abundance for yourself, and doing that in a way that is a lot more rooted in your essence, and a lot more rooted in soul, and less from the ego construct. We are all in some kind of ego battle. There's a lot of question in August as well. It's a powerful month for self-confidence and for regaining and strengthening your self-esteem. Obviously, we have to watch out here with what is vanity, is a good question, and what is just self-love and taking good care of yourself. So what is like a longer term investment you can do for yourself? What is a routine you can establish that will bring you to greater abundance, that is really going to feed you? And it's a good month for education, for learning something. It's a good month for communicating, learning something online. I see you doing that. Maybe there is some philosophy you want to dive into and learn online. There's a lot of online universities right now. So there's so many things here that come up with this reading, Taurus. I do feel it's a good month for you. It's a good month. And there's a sense of loss that is left behind. There is a grieving process that has ended. There's a grieving process that has ended. This has just confirmed this. The last things are being thrown out here. You're purging. And yes, I told you this is what's going to be a continuous movement for the next 6 months. But for the next 6 months, this focus on your subconscious and on your unresolved stuff, it's like it's gonna be infused with a certain sense of I can do this, I've been through so much, I can do this. So you can do this, Taurus. I am with you all along the way. I want to see you again in September. I hope you loved this reading. If you did, please click subscribe, write a comment below, like, so we can continue to build this community and I can continue to do these readings for you. Thank you so much for watching and for being with me. Have a blissful month of August. I wish you everything. I hope.